There is a strange scent on your dress. Look on your face says guilty. Evidence of unfaithfulness.
The time now 3 minutes after 11. So I've got some friends in studios with me. We've been chatting a little bit, catching up. And they are from KM2, so sit back, relax, give us more than your usual attention, because this is going to be an important discussion. As we're about to start, I'm going to first of all introduce my friends that's in studio here with me. And first off, it's Mr. Marvin Bartholomew. He's the Senior Vice President of Operations. In his company is Miss Petra Albert. She's the Site Director. And also we have with us Christy Castro. She's the Recruiting Director. And we also have a supervisor here with us. And his name is Mr. McDaniels. And he's with the Spice Basket location. And we're going to talk to him a little bit as well. So, folks, a pleasant good morning to you and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to be here again.
It is so good to have you guys here again. You know, every week, I have these conversations, just letting people know of the opportunities that are out there in KM2, and it's good that we are here again so we can kind of talk about how things have been going. I know that you guys started out in St. Andrew, and things have gotten so well that it was necessary to open another site. You did so in Bolio. And, you've created a lot of opportunities for people. So I just kind of want to get an idea as to how is things going at KM2 right now?
I mean, I think any one of us can take this, but I think it's going very well. Like they say, when it's nice, you do it twice.
Right.
We did it in Grenville. It went so well. And then we came down to St. George's and did it again. We were here about a year ago. And, we spoke about, this brand new facility that we built out and the need to, to fill it up, hire all of these people. And it's gone so very, very well.
Nice.
We thought, we'll come back and say thank you to Grenada. We'll come back and talk about all of the opportunities that have been created. And then still say that there's still more, right? As we continue to build out, as we continue to grow, as we continue to bring people on board and promote them and so on. So, I mean, it's been a truly wonderful journey. We've been in this country for many, many years now. We've been in the Bolio side for going to be 2 years. We had an official launch with the Prime Minister and everybody about a year ago. And it's been just a truly wonderful experience, really inspired to see, all of the people we've hired and see them promoted and so on. I'm getting ahead of myself, so let me stop here,
It's all good.
and then you can ask some more questions.
It's all good, and it's all been positive news, from the time the discussion was that you guys are opening a site in St. George. People started asking, when is it going to open? When is it going to open? And then, it got opened, and, I'm pretty sure that you're getting the buzz in terms of people coming to you, knocking on your doors, wanting to get in. I know that there were various positions to be filled. How close are you to goal, if I could ask that question, to you filling to capacity?
We're at the home stretch. We're almost there. I think when we were here last year, we were talking about needing to hire almost 500 people, and then we were talking about the number of supervisors and managers and IT and HR and all of the positions that go along with that. We're getting there.
Right.
This is a pretty aggressive growth for any site,
For
right?
sure,
To
for
go
sure.
from 0 to 500 people, and so there are going to be teething problems along the way. There'll be challenges and so on, but I think we've done really, really, really well. And by the end of this year, I think we'll be at that point where we've maxed it out, and it's a matter of just managing and maintaining and continuing to hone our skills and fine tune the effectiveness of the operation and so on.
Right. And I also know that you guys did some work in Grenville as well, upgrading the site in Grenville. Again, speaking to the positive growth, people can work more comfortably, not that they weren't, but, as technology increases and, there's probably a need to stay ahead of things, So I know that you guys have done some upgrade. How is it all being received by...
I think when the employees walked in and saw the transformation we had done in this space, it was a lot of wows. It was a lot of disbelief that this space could have been transformed in the way that we did it.
Right.
So we're excited about that, but that's not even the end. We have our sights on additional things that we're doing in Grenville, and we continue to work with our partners, our governmental partners, the GIDC, which has been a wonderful support all of these years. So we hope to announce some even more exciting news in Grenville, which would be expansion in Grenville. That has been the bedrock operation in Grenada, and it still has some of our best numbers. And, we have a lot of great committed people there. And, nothing we would like more than to see us have the capacity to grow. Before I came, we came to the studio today, I was just on, and shout out to Jermaine Denny, who runs our Grenville side and has been holding it down in Grenada for such a long time. I was just on a call with him, and we were talking about capacity. And we have client interests in Grenville that we're growing, and we're trying to figure out the capacity because we are running out of the seats.
Right.
And so we have some solutions that we're going to execute. But, beyond just finding a couple seats here and there, we really need to find a bigger solution. So stay tuned, Grenada. We'll be announcing something in Grenville soon because, we really believe in this market. This market has done well for us. We have done well here. We have great people here, great talent here. Grenadians are, exceptional, bar none. And we compare well with anyone, anywhere. And, we believe that we can continue to grow both in St. George's and Grenville. And so we're looking forward to doing that up there as well.
Of course. And it's good to hear that there are new clients knocking your doors. And with that, you're probably going to, as you said, expand. And this recruitment drive that you're on, I mean, after you fill the capacity, even if you have not built out as it, I guess you still have to get people and have them ready. Because as you grow, you'll need people ready to grow along with you as well.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's one of the things I think that we offer, right? We say this is not just a transient job. Certainly for some people it can be, right? Maybe you always wanted to be a police officer.
Yes.
Maybe you always, always wanted to be a Michael in the studio is doing this, right? This is your passion. And so this may be something that's a stepping stone to something else. But for lots of other people, this is actually a career. When we look around the operations and we see the directors and the supervisors and the managers and the HR people, 95% of these folks started as agents. And, they grow within the organization. Some of them start, coming off of college, they go do degrees, they do night school, and they educate themselves, and then they advance. And so that's always one of the things that I think gives us a lot of pride, that makes us feel really great about what we're doing, because we're not just giving you a job, we're giving you an opportunity to really grow into something. And it's not unique just to Grenada, whether it's our Barbados operation or St. Lucia or Honduras or, the DR or Colombia. We say to people, you come on board, we're going to, take this job and turn it into a career. And so there's a lot of opportunity for people who come in and who work hard, who bring their smarts, who bring their A game, who show that they have what it takes. There's always going to be opportunity to move from that entry level into the next thing if you're so desirous of doing it.
Good. Well, Mr. McDaniels, he's a supervisor, and I want to believe he also started as an agent, right, Mr. McDaniels?
That is correct. I also started as an agent, and my journey started actually last year, in March of last year. And honestly, I had no idea I was going to be working in KM2. I actually started by bringing a few persons to interview there. And they asked me, like, why are you not interviewing too? Don't you want a job? I was like, no, I'm good. But then thought about it. I had a plan and everything fall right in line. I said, you know what? I'm going to go and interview and see what's going to happen. Got the job. And it started from there.
Right.
It's my first call center experience, first call center job. I did not know what to expect. And the environment there, it was one that fostered growth and development. And I have to say kudos to my program managers, that would be Rhea John and Jermaine Campbell. They saw potential, they worked with me, mentored me. And I am here today. I moved from 2 positions less than a year.
Wow.
I haven't made my my year yet in KM2, and I've been promoted twice.
Wow.
So it is definitely a
interesting story.
Dynamic environment, and one that fosters growth and development. As long as you're willing to grow and develop, the environment is there and the people are there. So encourage you to do so.
I deliberately asked you to speak after him to see if the story was consistent.
No, definitely it is.
Yeah.
It is.
And he said something that you said in other words, that it's a stepping stone. You didn't know what to expect. You just give it a shot, and look what it has done for you. And listen to the story. I know to work in a call center, unlike some jobs out there, people want to show up whenever they want to show up. They don't pay as much attention to time. They don't have that level of discipline and that sort of thing. In a call center, all those attributes, you must have them. And as you said, the supervisory team, they worked with you to help mold, you just shape what they saw in you. A lot of us, sometimes we don't see what we have in us. It takes somebody else from the outside to look at us and say, he can be this, he can be that, and just shave off the edges to make us what we can be and to really unlock our potential. And I too, had a couple of years in the call center industry. And I can say, as you've said, from day one, it's a growth, it's just continuous growth and growth. I don't know of any job whereby you can jump 2 positions within a year. I mean, come on, and these are the things that are consistent with call centers. So I'm very, very happy to know that, it is doing for the young people what you expect it to do for them, as well as you can satisfy your clients, because as we can see, you have been around for how many years now?
For the Bolio location, we're heading on 2 years. For the St. Andrew location, over 15 years.
Over 15 years. I mean, you got to be doing something good, know? All right. So thank you very much, sir. And I appreciate your story. And I really hope that you continue to grow. There's another gentleman standing at back. Is he also one of those agents from this site?
So let me introduce him. His name is Keston Charles. His story is similar to that of Mark Daniels. And you'd find this story across the site because, again, we're new. And so most of our people coming in, they would be the ones promoted into positions. And so he's been with the company a little over a year. And, he's now a supervisor for one of our largest programs in the building. And so, Keston Charles.
Mr. Charles, yes, I'd like to have a quick word with you.
All right, sure, man. Yes. Good morning, guys. As my site director said, my name is Keston Charles. Actually been with the company for, let's say, 15 months. That's a year and 3 months, right? Yeah. Came to KM2 with a goal, with a plan. Actually, a bit different from Mark. Had about 4 years experience prior to call center services, prior to KM2. So I came there with an ambition to grow, right? And KM2 actually gave me what I came for. There was no one day I was actually never disappointed with the company. They actually give you the chance, the motivation. There are people in there that will drive you to do things that you think you cannot do as an individual, but you're capable of doing it. Right. So it's a company that you don't just come in for a daily living, but it's something that you can actually grow in to be a better person in life. Right. Yeah. So there are a lot of young people out there who look at call center life like maybe just something where you go and take calls over the phone for a company, 8 hours a day, go back home, you get paid. But based on my experience, it's actually more than that, right? And KM2 actually prove that it's more than that because they train you to do what you're doing for them, and they actually look at you and grow you based on your ability. Right. So once you go there with being positive, a sense of humor, always on point, always want to grow, and they feel that you're the one to do that for them, they will actually put you in a position and give you the chance to do it for them.
Nice. And I bet you stand out amongst your peers. I bet when you're out in the streets or wherever you lie, I bet you stand out in your mannerisms, in the way that you speak. You speak properly and your level of confidence. I'm betting that. Am I correct?
That is correct.
All right, that's good. So what advice would you have for anybody out there who tell themselves, nah, that's not for me. I'm more into construction. Nah, that is not for me. That sounds like a boring thing. What would you say to them?
Well, basically, to be honest, I was like this. I never wanted a call center work, based on my personality and my way of living, right? So my advice to you youths out there is give it a try. Because sometimes you grow in life and think that something is for you, knowing it's not really for you. So it worth giving a try. I think once you give it a try, you'll recognize that it's maybe more than what you were thinking. Because the different companies and institutions that we represent in the US, when you take a look at it on a wide scale, it's like we're working for high people. The standard is very high. The banks, the different institutions that we represent over the phone, speaking with the US citizens, it comes across like we actually important then.
Yes.
Like we needed to get things done for the company. So it's not just of a call center mentality, but it's something that you can actually grow into. You have an entire career. You build a family out of KM2, like you work in KM2 and achieve so many things that you never thought that you could have achieved. Right? Yeah. It's just more than a call center. It's not just a call center where you come and sit every day, but once you you show that level of maturity, that level of interest in the company, you'll get a chance to actually represent the company.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I appreciate your story as well. I'm intrigued. I'm really intrigued. I wish we had some more of them. I like the stories. All right. Well, thank you very much, and I want us to have a quick convo with the site director, Miss Albert. Right. So there are many jobs out there. Yeah, many jobs that some may see can help grow and help develop the employees and so on, right? What do you feel that you guys do differently that keeps your employees as happy as they are, and to keep trying, and even if that was not your passion, to stay in it and to allow us to help you to grow and to develop? What is it that you guys are doing differently?
I think it's the recognition of the talent from early on. Many of the current supervisors, managers, when we first started, I interviewed these people. So I hired Keston, I hired Mark.
Right.
And from day one, you could see people who really, really want to do this. And I mentioned his name, Keston's name, on an executive call. He wasn't in a position yet, but just what I saw from him said to me that, hey, this young man could be someone who would do good things for us. So we see the talent, we recognize it, we encourage them, we speak to them about being at work on time. Attendance is important, the level of maturity, how they lead, how they guide, because guess what? When you jump into this position from an agent into a supervisor, you need to command that level of respect, and so you need to lead by example. And so I think all of that, along with training once they become promoted, exposing them to this is the business. When clients are in-house, they meet with clients, they speak to the clients, and so we make them part of the family so they understand, hey, this is a place that you can grow. And I tell them my story. My story is a story similar to theirs, that, hey, I started as an agent over 20 years ago, and here I am as a site director, for one of our newest locations. So at the end of the day, it's an inspirational story that I pass on to them, and they can pass it on to folks coming in as well. So again, recognizing the talent, working with them and letting them know, hey, there's a place here for you.
Nice, very well. All right, and besides the pay, of course, what are some of the other incentives that you guys have in place? Probably, I'm not sure if that you're at liberty to state, because I
won't state figures,
right.
But we do have incentives and bonuses around attendance,
right,
around performance. We have monthly awards where agents are awarded with day passes to hotels, breakfast passes, lunch passes, depending on what season we're in. So Independence just went by, so we had a big cookout at the office. We give away prizes when Carnival comes up. We, give them tickets. So everything that is associated, because remember, we have our tenure, the folks we hire, they're young, early 20s, mid 20s, and so we have to appeal to what they like. So just besides the salary, we do things that they would respond to. So during Carnival, we have tickets, we have things that we give away. We try to get in touch with what they like, and then what I do is I lean to folks like the young man standing behind me, because he's in tune. He understands what's happening with our young people. And so, Petra, I think this would work. I think that would work, because again, it's a family, it's a community which work together to try to make the best decisions for the agents.
Awesome.
And I saw one of the biggest pots of oil down you've ever seen.
Yeah, really.
It was Independence Day, and they were cooking at the office for all of the employees. And I was thinking, well, how do you cook oil down for hundreds of people? And it was several pots, I assume, but one of them was so large. I know Grenada has seen large pots of oil down, but this was a really big one.
That's interesting. I hope I get to see pictures. All right. So I'm pretty sure that there are some listening out there and with their pen and paper waiting to hear, okay, I've got a niece, I've got a nephew who's looking for a job. How can I get he or her in? Or probably somebody out there who's already on a job and feel like, you know what, I probably might do well at KM2. How can they get in?
Well, first of all, I want to say that it's my first time in Grenada, and it's been an amazing experience to be here. One thing that stands out, it's just hardworking, driven individuals that are looking for what's in it for them as the next step on their careers. And whether you have experience or not in the workforce industry, we have opportunities for everyone. It can be in the operational level. You can start as an agent, become a team lead, a supervisor, a program manager. You can also grow into other positions like administration, HR, recruitment, IT, workforce management. So it's a whole big world inside the call center industry, and all they have to do, all the requirements are you have to be at least the age of 18. It's very basic. At least the age of 18, there's no upper age limit. You need to have your ID, high school diploma or equivalent, and you just apply directly with us. And they can look for us on social media, KM2 Solutions Grenada, or on Instagram, KM2 Solutions, and that's all. We can, they're going to have a really nice experience just with a recruiting team.
Right. And you are the director for all of the sites, right? Recruitment director. And I like to hear from you when I get offline, what are some of the things that we do differently here in Grenada? Because I know through my experience, people are recruited all over the world for this type of jobs. But Grenadians, we tend to thrive with some amount of training. And I really want to kind of get that from you. But thanks for dropping by. And it is good to have you here with us. And all of the work that you guys have been doing, the attention that you guys have been giving our employees to help them to grow, it is something that we need here on the island. And we want to say thank you for that. Thank you for focusing on the youth of our nation. Thank you for working with them and building them. And as you continue to grow in clients, I really do hope that people now see this as career opportunities versus in some cases, in years gone by, and that perception is going away, that it's just an elementary job. People form careers, supervisors into program managers, as we see before us here. So thanks for all that you do within the recruitment department. So as we get ready to wrap up, is there anything else that you guys probably still want us to let the general public know in relations to KM2 and its good plans and stuff like that?
So in terms of coming in, we accept walk-ins, so we're located at the Spice Basket location, so they could just walk in and we'll direct you to recruiting. So, for the folks listening out there, definitely walk in. Besides using our social media pages, you could walk in and we will interview you. To what Marvin said, we're looking to, fill out the building. We need to get to capacity by the end of the year. We're 80% there. When we first came, we were about 50% capacity. We're almost there, and so there are opportunities. We have openings, so we're asking folks to come in. Marvin did mention the expansion in Grenville, so that's another opportunity to look forward to. So again, to the listening public, there is opportunity. Come in, remove the stigma that a call center job is just coming in and taking calls. There's definitely opportunity if you want it. If you want to work hard, and to achieve certain things, there's that opportunity there.
Absolutely. All right. And any closing remarks from you, sir?
I want to thank Grenada. Grenada is home.
Yeah.
So I want to thank Grenada for the support. It's been an incredible journey, an incredible ride. And we're not at the end yet, but we will continue to grow. We'll continue to expand. We're looking forward to talking to some of you. If you want to come on board and join our team and grow with us, this is a place for you. I just want to, if I could just address one thing. Sometimes we hear a little bit of chatter on social media that all of this hiring is because they're terminating a lot of people, and it isn't. It is, as a company, it is very rare for us to term someone.
Right.
And we like to think that if you get termed with us, you kind of created that, right?
Right.
Because we're very big on coaching and helping and giving you an opportunity to obviously there will always be the things that you just can't do. Like you can't walk into the office, and slap someone. I'm not saying that, people have done that. but you can't do that, right? There are things that are the obvious no-nos. But outside of that, we're really big on coaching, helping, developing, because it takes time to recruit someone, it takes time to train that person.
Yes.
So you're not going to do all of that and then turn around and at the first opportunity, at the first chance where you see them struggling, say, well, it's not working out. The whole point of it is to coach and develop and to help them get there. The only thing we ask from our employees is a willingness. And sometimes there's a little bit of negative chatter about, where there's a lot of termination. No, there's a lot of growth. And so that's why we're hiring all of these people. And then the other thing is, we're a high performance organization. right? We demand a certain standard of work, a certain quality.
Yes.
And we expect you to show up to work. I know that sometimes, and I could say that perhaps other people who are not, whose passports don't say Grenada can't say that. But I don't feel like I'm talking down to anyone when I say that, because I'm from here. And so I understand that sometimes we don't always have that ethic that we got to show up to work, and we got to show up on time. And this is an organization that's going to demand of that. You can't be late all the time and expect that we're just going to be okay with that. And so there'll be people who maybe they didn't quite make it because that might have been part of the challenge. But don't let that color your impression. Form your own impression like McDaniel has. Form your own impression like Keston has. Form your own impression like the hundreds of people who are with us and who are having a great time at it, who are growing, who are expanding, who are doing a great job, who are showing up to work, who are working hard, and who are showing the sort of quality, the sort of fabric that Grenada is made of. I mean, I was here last year when we were celebrating the 50 years, and I said it's up from here. And we have that in our fabric in Grenada, and we have hundreds of people who are exemplifying that every single day. And I'm inviting you to be part of that team. So thank you to Grenada, thank you to the government of Grenada, the GIDC, all of our corporate partners who are helping us succeed here. We couldn't have done this without you, and we look forward to continuing this journey and this story in Grenada.
Absolutely. All right. Anything else from anyone?
No, thank you for the time.
Thank you.
It has been an absolute pleasure. And the doors are open whenever you guys want to drop by. I want to stay in tune with the stories. I want to, continue to pay attention to your growth. And I think it's all good. So see you guys again next time. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
All right, folks. Thank you very much for staying connected and being a part of the conversation. We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we're going to come back shortly. Stay tuned to WeeFM Radio.
She keeps asking when we gonna settle down. All our friends have a ring, and she alone look like a clown. So when we gonna settle down? Settle down, settle down. Oh, yeah. Got a thing for you, girl. Bring your finger, make me put it on it. Take you out of this world. Single life, no fit you do that no. Regular, you drop your Insta. Just one like me, no year. Yeah. Save up and buy the things them. We surprise you this year. Oh, girl. Hear the bells, Lord. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, whoa. Wedding bells, Lord. Ting-a-ling-a-ling, ting-a-ling-a-ling, oh.
Just had a little bit and you're ready to go. Swiss Mambo, you already know. Oh, Mambo makes everything better. No ordinary, no. Swiss Mambo, star of the show. Oh, Mambo makes everything better. Got that flavor just like a party. As soon as you touch down, everything turn up. Mambo bringing the vibes, make everything come alive. Elevate every meal, make you open your eyes. Mambo, Swiss Mambo, Swiss Mambo, Swiss Mambo, the everything sauce.
The following is a message from the Child Protection